Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Today, we're examining the Imperial Dragoon, an allegedly elite infantry armed with the Empire's biggest cattle prod. And his damage output is so embarrassing, I'm convinced the same mastermind also invented FarmersOnly.com, a place where lonely farmers gather, much like this unit's lonely unused potential. And I, for reasons still being investigated by the National Security Agency, have ranked this unit up to rank 6 so I can show you, my viewers, what it's like to field a unit so unbelievably bad that the enemy stops fighting and just gives me the win like I'm some kind of battlefield make-a-wish. So sit back and allow me to serenade you with this subpar entertainment. The Imperial Dragoon is an early game frontline infantry unit armed with an electro lance. He becomes available at level 5 and costs 10 nanopods to recruit with a level 3 barracks required. And this is when the game teaches you a hard truth that premium doesn't necessarily mean good. At rank 6, the Imperial Dragoon comes with 150 health, 35 bravery, 65 defense, and 35 dodge. He's a fairly durable unit for the early game with his high HP and decent defense. But once something finally succeeds in rearranging his brainstem, the American healthcare system steps in. Healing in a level 10 hospital takes 5 minutes and 36 seconds, costing 398 gold and 60 iron. A level 10 advanced hospital brings that down to 4 minutes and 12 seconds for 239 gold and 36 iron. In order to reach rank 6 on the Imperial Dragoon, it will require 71,876 SP, which is fairly average for early game infantry. If you grind at Tronk's base for 92 SP per attack, that translates to roughly 782 battles. And I wouldn't even recommend trying to grind this unit in Bigfoot country, unless your lifelong dream is to stare at the hospital menu more than actually play the game. The total resource cost to get the Imperial Dragoon to rank 6 will be 350,040 gold, 4,975 iron, 5,475 steel, 11 bars, and 3 laurels. Now that we've poured resources, time, and personal dignity into this unit, let's take a look at his first attack. Big Swing is the Imperial Dragoon's first attack, available right from rank 1. It's a melee attack hitting a straight line of 3 tiles directly in front of him. It has a range of 1, a 2-round cooldown, and doesn't require ammo to use. At rank 6, Big Swing deals 43 to 52 crushing type damage with 75 offense and a 5% crit chance. Let's see a demonstration of this attack. Fascinating. Now, let's move on to the second attack. Stun Sweep is the Imperial Dragoon's second attack, unlocked at rank 2 in exchange for 12 nanopods. It's another melee attack with a range of 1, striking a straight line of 3 tiles directly in front of him. It has a 2-round cooldown, and unlike his first attack, this one uses 1 of the Dragoon's 2 ammo. Once he uses all his ammo, it takes 3 turns to reload. At rank 6, Stun Sweep deals 21 to 25 crushing type damage with 75 offense and a 5% crit chance. Its main value comes from a 60% chance to apply the stun debuff for 3 turns. The damage is pretty bad, but a 60% stun chance is the closest thing this unit has to a personality. A few things worth noting about both attacks is that they deal crushing type damage, which is arguably the worst damage in the game. Most units resist it, and very few units are weak to it, meaning the Dragoon's already average damage output gets reduced even further in most combat scenarios. Also, since both attacks have fixed lines of fire, you can end up in awkward situations where it's impossible to actually hit the enemy. So now that we have an understanding of what the Imperial Dragoon is capable of, let's see how it performs in battle. To start off testing, we're going to Tronk, who helpfully provides a never-ending supply of enemies and poor life decisions. Luckily for us, Tronk's men are lower level, and their leader has the problem-solving skills of something from the pre-Cambrian era. So the battle mostly consisted of Tronk's troops firing wildly in every direction, while my Imperial Dragoons beat them like the furry community beats me whenever I so much as mention them in a video. We eventually beat the last of Tronk's men and finished the battle with no losses. Not bad. But beating Tronk's men is like passing a test where the only question is your name, in which I only fail 40% of the time. So let's find some more competent raiders. I find a raider formation attacking my base, and I'll be honest, the Imperial Dragoons cannot beat this formation alone, not even close. So I also bring 2 sandbags, 2 mortar teams, and 2 men armed with high-powered sniper rifles. You know, a perfectly normal amount of backup for a premium infantry unit. I start off the battle by targeting the raider snipers in the back of the formation, because if I don't, they'll teach my Imperial Dragoons what it feels like to star in a live leak video, which they do. But we eventually take care of the snipers. Our next biggest threat is the raider Dustwalker. Problem solved. With the biggest threats out of the way, our Imperial Dragoons can finally do something besides absorb bullets. Let's see how they perform. Fantastic, truly earning those 10 nanopods. We eventually get to the last enemy, and he just so happens to be in range of my last Imperial Dragoon. Let's see if he can finish the battle. Alright, let's try this again. We did it, and it only cost me a small graveyard. For our last combat test, I threw together a low-level formation to see if it would be possible to beat level 43 Silver Wolves. And let me just say, it did not go well. I got lucky and stunned 3 units in 1 attack on the first turn. But before I could use my gunner to attack, a man with an artillery piece made from random shit he found in his garage turned him into a crater. After that, the Silver Wolves rotated through my remaining men like they were clocking in for scheduled beatings. Alright, let's give it another shot. This time, I'm stacking the deck with a commando, 2 Imperial Peacemongers, and 3 unmanned flame turrets, because apparently that's what it takes to make this unit look competent. I start the battle again, and somehow I get lucky a second time, stunning 3 units right out of the gate. After that, it only took 2 shots from my flamethrower turrets to finish off these 3 units. The Silver Wolves unloaded miniguns into my formation, instantly killing one of the Dragoons and leaving the other 2 within inches of their life. 1 turn later, the guy with the DIY potato cannon deletes a second Imperial Dragoon, leaving me with 1 left at 7 health. And because of where he is standing on the map, he can't even hit anything. Truly an elite soldier. The rest of the battle was won by the troops that actually mattered. My Peacemongers kept stunning enemies while the flamethrower turrets and the commando slowly finished off the remaining Silver Wolves, finally freeing me from this purgatory. Now that we are done with that, I can answer the question, should you use this unit? No, it's barely decent at lower levels and completely useless past level 10. You get one for free from a mission, and I wouldn't even use it. If I had the power to erase one thing from existence, it would be myself. But if I had the power to erase 2 things from existence, it would be myself and the Imperial Dragoon. With all that said, all I have left is thank you for watching.